Hi, I'm Melanie from Streamlined Legal, where we help law firms get the most out of their practice management software. Tonight, we are talking about a brand new feature in Clio. And I will tell you that one of my favorite things about this time of year is that we're getting pretty close to the Clio conference. And at that time, I find that Clio does start releasing a larger number of new features than they do throughout the rest of the year. So I'm super excited about this newest feature, and I hope and expect that there will be even more new features at our conference next month. But this feature that we're talking about tonight is called Matter Templates, and it's a great feature. Like, I can't find anything negative about it. I mean, it just makes life easier, right? And so let's dive into the screen, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. If you're here in your Clio account, in the upper right corner, when I'm looking at my Matters list, in the upper right corner, there's a button now that says Matter Templates. And when I click on that, it shows me the different templates that I have, or I can create a new template. And basically, the Matter template is going to make the creation of my new matter that much faster and that much easier by pre-populating a bunch of information. So if I click on the Create New Matter template, it comes to this screen here, and it basically shows me the sections of information that I can pre-populate and card code into my template. So for example, we're going to go ahead and make this a matter name for this. I really think, or a template name, I should say, I really do like the idea of starting with templates for each practice area or each type of case within a practice area. I think that'll be super helpful. So in this case, I'm going to say family law, and I'm going to say divorce. I'm going to say with kids, right? And so anytime I have a family law case, divorce case with children, I'm going to go ahead and use this template, okay? Now keep in mind, this is not a template I want to use for every single file that I open in Clio. If I have a template I want to use for all my files, or at least default for all my files, I can do that by selecting this little lever here. But for tonight, I'm not going to do that. The matter description, maybe I just want the matter description so to be divorce with kids, right, or children. Maybe I always have the same responsible attorney. Maybe we have one attorney in our office that does those types of cases. If not, I can leave it blank. We don't have to fill out everything in the template. The originating attorney, maybe I'm going to leave that blank because it depends on who brought the work in. The location could be different, obviously, but anytime it's divorce with kids, it's definitely going to fall under my family practice area, so I can fill out that. And then my permissions, usually it's going to be the whole firm, right? It could be different. I can always change it when I actually create the matter. These are not set in stone for that template or for that matter. They're set in stone for the template. But then when I use the template to create the matter, I can always adjust things if I need to. But it's usually the firm, so I'll stick that in there. And of course, it's usually an open status, or else I wouldn't be creating the matter. And then I come down here, and this is really a great feature, I think, is my custom fields. I can start putting in the custom field sets that I need. So for example, for my divorce cases, I may have a fair amount of custom fields that I want to go ahead and use for my divorce cases. So in the example in this case, we've got a divorce field set right here, and it's got all of these different dates and information, things that I need. And then I've also got, whoops, if I spell it correctly here, if I have a field set for children, right? I've got this family law field set for children. I've got other family law field sets, by the way, my court information, my marriage information. So I can put all of those in, and I've got all these field sets that are going to show up by default when I use this template, right? And then the last thing is my billing. Now, maybe I'm only doing billing my divorce cases on an hourly basis, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And then, of course, pretty much all my divorce cases are billable. So I'm going to go ahead and just save this template. Again, I don't have to make a selection on every field, but whatever selection I do make, of course, will save with the template. So I'm going to go ahead and save that template. Then the really nice part is I can start using those templates, and you'll see I've got a couple of them by practice area. I can start using those templates when I create my matters, right? So now when I create a matter, it asks me if I want to use an existing template. And so I'm going to say, well, absolutely, I want to use my family law. This is a divorce case with kids, so that'll work out perfectly. I still have to put in my client, of course, and I have to fill out whatever other information has not been pre-populated. But let's say this is just an unusual circumstance and maybe a different attorney than usual is taking this case on. So I can go ahead and change that, right? I can make adjustments to that particular matter, even though I've put in the template already. And so you'll see when I come down here to custom fields, all my field sets are there waiting for me. When I come down to my billing, the billing has already been populated the way that I like. So it really does save a lot of time, and it really cuts back on the amount of training that we need to do for our team that is opening these files. Because if I can go ahead and just tell them, pick this template, it'll give you all the fields that you need, or it'll give you all the information pre-populated that you need, then it's going to save a ton of time and energy for my clients. Now, let's look at this another way though. There may be situations where we don't want to do it by practice area. Maybe we have a practice where we're doing, let's say, eviction cases, right? And we've got a landlord that we represent with some regularity, and we've got a lot of different, a lot of cases for the same landlord for these eviction files. And so I can even come in here and I can create a new template for that particular client if this is a kind of case that I'm doing with some regularity, right? That same kind of thing can work in corporate matters. If we have corporate matters where, corporate clients, I should say, where they have numerous matters and, we're doing the volume of them. Maybe we're doing, handling real estate investors, handling closings for real estate investors. That's another great opportunity for us to be able to create templates that are specific, not just to the practice area, but also to the actual transaction or to the client, I should say. And so being able to use them in that way, I think, saves a lot of time as well. So let me know what you think about this feature. If you give it a try, let me know how things go. If you've come up with some creative ways to be able to use these templates, I'd love to hear about those. But I really do think they're a big time saver. And so I'd highly encourage you to go ahead and create as many as you think will be helpful for your team. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you soon.